everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is my first video, I have been a mental health therapist for about 12 years now, and my specialty is domestic violence. I'm an intimate partner violence coordinator for a government agency that I cannot say the name of, but my specialty is working with those who have been involved in unhealthy, toxic relationships, abused by narcissists, and maybe have some trauma, some PTSD, depression, anxiety as a result. And I find a lot of people are very interested in this topic and like to talk about it, and they really do need some healing from that abuse. And I just wanted to create some content for everyone out there with just some of the experience that I've had working with those who have been in these relationships, and just to give some advice on how to heal from these and how to manage these relationships if you are still in one. So I guess I'd just like to give some daily bits of information, some advice for some clarity, and I think I'd like to use, so one of the books that I use in my therapy sessions often is called Daily Wisdom for Why Does He Do That by Lundy Bancroft. And I just want to point out, though, that this book is not just for women. I use this book for both men and women, and when I do the little reads out of this, I do change the verbiage. Oftentimes when I'm reading this for men, I change the verbiage just to they. So Lundy has written an amazing book here, so just shout out to Lundy if ever you do come across this channel. That this book has helped so many people that I have been helping, that I just would like to just share with everyone. This just takes a few minutes. There's 365 reads in here, and so I won't always read from the book, but I really would like to start with just one of them, just so that way if you are involved in an unhealthy relationship, just for you to see a little bit clearer, just to gain that self-esteem, just start to gain that self-esteem again, because if you have been in a toxic, abusive relationship, you really, your self-esteem has taken a big hit. Am I right? Okay. So, so let's start to rebuild you again, find you again. That is a big first step. So how do we do that? It's not easy. I give you a lot of credit for being where you are right now, and even searching for this content and looking for some help, because that's the first step, right? Okay, so I hope that you do follow me on this journey. I'm really excited. I did start a channel a while ago, and I just really didn't have the time to get it going, but I found that people were really interested, and I had quite a few followers pretty quickly. There are a lot of people who are in these situations or who have been, and it's really hard to talk about it. People don't know where to go to get help. And what I found in the role that I'm in right now in my employment, I want you to know that both men and women have been affected equally by unhealthy relationships. So, so this content is not just for women, it's not just for men, it's for both. So just a simple daily read for today. And we will explore this topic. I want you to ask me questions. I'm going to put my email down below. Send me an email if there is a certain topic regarding narcissistic abuse, trauma as it relates to relationships, depression, anything like that. I love this type of information, discussion, questions. Please just send me your questions, and I would love to create a video answer for you. So for today, if you are in a relationship or have been in one recently, or even 10 years ago. So when I read through these books the first time, I had been in an unhealthy relationship about 10 years ago, and this was striking for me, how I felt Lundy was able to, I felt like, wow, this guy lived in my house. How did this happen? How did he know what had happened? And how did he know the words that I needed to hear? So I'm hoping that these words will be what you need to hear as well. Okay, so very quickly. some simplicity in all of the confusion. Abusive and controlling people specialize in causing confusion. One of the ways that one of these people mess up a person's mind is by turning all of their grievances back onto you. If you say that they are controlling, they may say that you control them. If you complain that they demean and humiliate you, they may turn the tables and say that you are actually the one that talks down to them. They may even call you abusive. Trying to argue about these points will go on endlessly because they twist every point around so that it always ends up being about what's wrong with you. The outcome of the way that they argue is that they escape ever accepting responsibility for what you do. To their unethical way of thinking, you are the cause of everything they do. Here's a way out. Make a decision inside of yourself, a deep decision, that you are 100% responsible for your actions, and they are 100% responsible for their actions. You have zero responsibility for what they do, and they have zero responsibility for what you do. The only exception to this rule is if they actually order you to do something. When one partner forces or threatens the other, that's different. But outside of this one exception, the rule holds. The advantage of making this decision is that from then on, whenever they call you irrational, hysterical, abusive, or whatever other label they like to hurl at you, you are able to say to yourself, it doesn't matter if what they're saying is true or not, because either way, it's no excuse for how they're behaving. For example, if they say you're yelling at them, it doesn't make it okay for them to yell at you. They are entirely responsible for their own actions. Their behavior is their choice. That's very important to remember. Everyone chooses how they behave, right? So if you are in an argument, they can choose to walk away. They don't have to say, you're yelling at me, so therefore you made me yell at you, right? Everyone can choose to walk away, and same with you. If someone is making you angry or irritated, you can choose to walk away. If you can remind yourself of this point every day, you will be on the road to freeing yourself from their control. I don't make them do the things that they do. When someone blames someone else for their own behavior, that's one of the benchmarks of abuse. All right, I know these concepts are pretty, like, whoa, I might not have thought about this before, but that's why I want to create this channel, is to kind of help you to think clearer, help you to understand what may be going on, and help you to gain some self-esteem and feel good about setting boundaries in your relationships. So that way you can feel confident. That's the word I'm looking for. Confident in knowing what's truly going on, what's really going on. When someone's trying to spin things around and confuse you, they can be master manipulators and really have your head spinning around so much that you're just very confused. And that's sometimes where someone who is manipulative and abusive would really like to keep you as confused. But I would like to help you to see things clearer, to be healthy, and to live a happy life. All right, so that is all for today, but please come back for tomorrow. I'd like to create some topics. Please just down in the chat, let me know what you are interested in, because in addition to doing these reads, I'd like just to have some general conversation or to create some videos on what you would like to talk about. All right, everyone, have a great day.